How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91, and this time I'm doing another movie reviews, and this time I'm reviewing the Bourne Identity. And what the Bourne Identity is about is Jason Bourne, and it starts off with the movie where we find that Jason Bourne in the South Pacific Ocean. And he gets picked up by these crabbers, and one of the crabbers, I guess, is a doctor, and he's getting these bullets out of Jason Bourne's back while he's passed out. And one of these bullets has this laser pointer on it, and it gives P.O. box for a bank. And then Jason wakes up and asks, who is he and what's he doing to him and who am I, because he's got amnesia for some reason. And he stays on this boat for about 2 weeks, and then they port, and Jason Bourne goes to crap, I can't remember where he goes next, but it's somewhere up near England and stuff, near France and Paris. And he goes there, and he goes to this drop box where he puts in his bank account number, and then he goes in and he gets his drop box, and he has his passport saying that he's Jason Bourne, and he got some money, and then lifts up to the second compartment, and there's another passport with a different name, John Michael Caine, and he got a gun and all this stuff, and he takes everything and leaves a gun in there, and then leaves off. Well, he didn't know that there was a guy at this bank that called the embassy that Jason Bourne works for as Treadstone. And they go after Jason Bourne, and they call 3 people from the program, one guy from Rome, a guy with glasses, and another guy. And they go after Jason Bourne. Well, Jason Bourne meets this woman at the American Embassy, and he gets her to drive him to Paris. That way he can figure out who he is and what's going on. And he pays her $10,000 to drive him to Paris, and $10,000 when they get there. And they get there, and he goes to his house, and while he's at his house, the first guy, the blonde-headed guy from Rome, comes and attacks him, and Jason Bourne's able to kill him, and they get out, and they are on the run, and the police are after them as well. So Jason Bourne has to take this woman, and they have to go out on the run through Paris, and the police come in after them, and they have to find a way to get away from them, and they wind up doing that. They drive up into this parking garage, and Jason Bourne wipes down the car, and then they go to some place, and they dye her hair and cut her hair and change the way she looks. Well, after this, they go to where her brother lives, and her stepbrother or half-brother or whatever, and they stay there for a night. Well, during the night, the second guy from the embassy, the guy with glasses, comes, and he shuts off their power and kills their telephone, and Jason tells her brother and his kids to get in the basement, and Jason gets a shotgun and shoots the butane tank and makes a big explosion with it. The guy can't see him to snipe him, so Jason runs up to where the guy is, and he shoots the gun again and scares off some birds and to distract this guy, and gets up close and shoots him. And before this guy dies, he tells him about Treadstone and about the headaches Jason Bourne's been having, because he's been having the same headaches and all this. And then Jason Bourne gets his phone and calls one of the guys over Treadstone, and he tells him to meet him in Paris and to come along. But he doesn't come along, and Jason Bourne leaves and tells him that he's not going to meet with him. And then Jason Bourne tracks him down and tells him to stop looking for him and to stop going after him, and to tell everybody that he died in the ocean after the failed hit on this African warlord. And the reason he didn't kill this guy is because he was with his children, and he got shot, and then he jumped off the yacht, and that's whenever the crab ship finds him. And after this, the third guy from the program shoots the guy that's been after Jason Bourne of this whole movie, and the guy that's over him shuts down Treadstone and tells the board that it's shut down and all this, and then Jason Bourne finds the woman that helped him at the end of the movie, and that's all that really happened. My question for y'all is, now that Jason Bourne has got rid of the guy that's after him, what's going to happen in the next movie? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, be exhausted. Another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.